Listen up, y'all. I want to talk one-on-one with every single man watching this video right now. You're in a dark room. Here I am, this beautiful man, my beautiful facial hair glistening fresh out of the shower, in this gorgeous landscape, breathtaking scenery. But seriously, guys, I came back to the States a week or two ago. I've been trying to meet my friends, everybody that I used to hang out with before I moved to Japan, hang out with people before I go back. And so many of my friends are single, guys. I'm 29 now. And most of my friends are older. My friends are 30, 31, 32, 33. Most of my friends are still single, which is not necessarily a problem. But there is one problem that's been seriously bugging me lately. Every time I talk to one of my single friends, they all say the same thing about their future. They all say, I want a wife, I want kids, I want a beautiful family. And not only do I want a wife, I want a hot wife, I want a wife that cooks for me, I want a wife that's obedient, loyal, gives me that guac, 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 that whenever I ask her. But here's the kicker. I always ask, okay, so what are you doing to meet that woman? Or not only just meet that woman, but what are you doing to prepare yourself for the time when you do meet that woman? And all of them say the same thing that I used to say. They say, man, I'm not trying to worry about it too much. I'm not gonna stress myself out about it. When she comes along, she comes along. I'm just living my life. I'm doing me, brother. I'm doing me. I'm not trying to worry about that shit. My princess will come along someday and then I'll sweep her off her feet and I'll get married to her and I'll have beautiful babies. And it's funny because none of those guys are ready for when that princess does come along, believe me. Now, I used to say the same shit. I used to say, guys, I'm not worried about dating. Of course I want to get married. Of course I want a hot wife. Of course I want to have kids and a family. I know I'm 28. I know I'm 27 years old. And when that girl does come along, dude, I'll see her. I'll know who it is and I'll snipe her. I'll snipe her right there, sweep her off her feet, and carry her away forever. What I started to realize was, shit, dude, I don't know anything about dating because I've been telling myself that same story since I was 16 years old and I first became super interested in dating and meeting girls, doing the dirty, doing sex. I used to always tell myself that, man. I'm not interested in any of these girls. And that was genuine. Most of the girls that were interested in me, most of the girls that were around me, I wasn't interested at all. I didn't give a single shit. And then I always told myself, man, when that one girl does come around, I'm gonna sweep her off her feet. And naturally, of course, living my life, living my exciting life, going through all these different experiences, I met so many different people, and there were 2, 3, 4 girls that I actually did have interest in. And then when that time came around to make my move, I was like, shit, what do I do? How do I act? I don't even know how to make the first move. I don't even have the courage to make the first move, let alone do it correctly. And then I watched 1 or 2 girls that I was interested in years ago just slip away because I didn't even have the courage to talk to them. And then eventually I built up the courage for the next time a girl came around that I liked. And I asked her out, but I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I go up there and I'm a stuttering idiot. Can I take you on it? Ridiculous. Scared her off. Finally got into a relationship with a beautiful girl years ago. And, you know, she accepted me despite me having no experience in the dating realm, not knowing how to talk to girls, whether that be flirt with them or console them, listen to their problems. Because you guys, like, if you've been in relationships before, or if you maybe grew up around a bunch of women, you kind of know that when a girl's emotional, you have to talk to her differently than you just talk to, like, your guy friends or whatever. And I remember being like, what? When I had this first girlfriend I remember thinking, what, dude, what the hell? That sounds like lying to me. That's like bullshit, man. What the? And I used to get so angry that people would say, yeah, you gotta talk to her a little bit different. Of course she got angry at you when you told her, just forget about it when she had an issue at work or something like that. And I remember thinking like, what? That's fucking bullshit. Anyways, eventually, that girl and I broke up. And I was, once again, after all of that, after all of my mistakes, all my shortcomings in that relationship, once again told myself, hey, there's going to be another girl at some point that comes around. I'm not going to worry about dating, bro. It is what it is. Eventually she's going to come around. Things are going to work like that. And we'll be off to the races, and that'll be it, man. Dude, years went by. Years and years went by. Plenty of beautiful girls came around me. I still didn't know what to do. Getting to the point here now. So many guys that are single, you're all telling yourself the same lie. The truth is, you're all too afraid to make the first move. You don't have confidence, and I understand it. I get that it's scary. But if you keep up this cope of saying, it's fine, I don't care, the perfect girl will come around for me at some point, and we'll just mesh, and that'll be it. You know that's cope. I know that's cope. The women know that's cope. And 99.9% of guys that say that, you end up settling for something that you're not really interested in, and just having kids and getting married to some girl that is just someone that you feel like, okay, well, they'll take me because I can't do any better, and I'll take them because she can't do any better, and it is what it is, fuck it. And then you live for the rest of your life with this person, being not super attracted to them, having them bitch at you every single day when you come home from work, having them raise your kids when they're a terrible parent. They're not somebody that should be raising kids. You might be taking on their kid. They might already have a kid. It might be a single mother. Come on, guys. You know you don't want that. And it's sad as hell because these people are chasing this dog around out here. This dog better not come over here. I'm going to kick it in the face. Swear to God. I'm not going to do that. I love dogs. I'm not going to actually do that. So many guys that dude, it's like, guys, it's not going to get better. All my friends are 30, 31, 32, and every time I talk to them, they're getting fatter. They still don't have any more lady skills, people skills. They're not actually going out trying to meet people. The only way they try to meet girls is on the apps. And come on, guys, at least in America, the girls on the apps are cooked. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Single mothers, beasts. I mean, and you, to be fair, the guys are cooked as well. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys are mostly losers as well. And it's just really sad hearing my friends talk about their dating situations, because I get that they're not necessarily happy with their current options. They're all like, oh, well, you know, at this point I'm 30, 31. The only girls that are left are single mothers, fat, not interested in them, horse teeth, whatever. And okay, I'm with you. But then all of them say, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, I'm 31 at this point. Like, fuck it. It is what it is. I'll just settle for something eventually. They all say that shit. Or they all say, you know, eventually some girl will come around. Bro, it's not going to get better. Believe me. The dating pool is not going to get better for you if you continue doing the same shit that you're doing and just expecting some beautiful girl to come around and you're going to sweep her off her feet. Now, here is the lesson. Although I was the same guy that I'm talking about in this video, a couple years ago I realized, dude, I want a family, I want a wife, I want kids, I want someone to spend the rest of my life with. And if I'm going to spend the rest of my life with someone, if I'm going to be living with someone for the rest of my life, having babies with them, going on vacations with them, sleeping in the same bed as them, smelling their farts in the morning, I want the absolute best first round pick that I can get. And you have to be real honest with yourself, because at that time I looked in the mirror and I said, okay, I'm not necessarily bad looking. Thankfully, I'm not fat. Thankfully, I'm relatively charismatic. But I have no idea how to talk to girls. I have no idea how to date. And some guys naturally get it, and congratulations to you. Let me give a little clap. Congratulations to all the guys that naturally get how to date. I personally don't. I have just the personality type, the way that I was raised, the way that I grew up. I had a terrible mindset about dating women. I had no idea what to do, and I needed everything literally explained to me perfectly. So I went through this phase a year, 2 years ago, where I started going through the pickup PUA type shit, pickup artist, learning how to do street pickup, learning how to date, watching all these videos, Fresh and Fit. I don't know, name a dating channel, name like a fuckboy dating channel. I was watching it, I was taking notes. There are a lot of people that hate on that stuff, but the unfortunate reality is there's a lot of truth in it. Now, do I agree with every single thing that those channels say? Not necessarily. But if you are the specific type of guy that can watch those videos, pick out the useful parts, and not turn into an asshole, you can improve your life so much. You have to go, if you are like me, if you don't understand how to date at all, if you want a wife and kids, if you want someone to spend the rest of your life with, you cannot sit back for years and years and years and think, eventually my princess will come along, I will sweep her off her feet, and that's gonna be it. When you don't have any dating experience, you don't know how to talk to girls, you're fat, you have no money. Guys, it's just the truth of the world. You need to improve yourself, you need to learn how to date, and you might have to go through a fuckboy phase to do that, sorry. Let me tell you right now, I'm not gonna say too much, but I'm currently talking to a beautiful woman. I am genuinely confident that this woman is the woman for me. Everything about her I'm 100% satisfied with, above and beyond my expectations for what my dream girl would be like. I know for a fact, based on things that she's told me, based on signs that I've read from her in the relationship, if I would have met her even 1 year ago, she wouldn't have given me the time of day. I did not know how to date. I used to be a dumbass talking to girls, taking them on dates. Like, the ideas of dates I used to have were so stupid. The things I used to say on dates were so stupid. I used to go into dating always with the mindset that whatever I want is what the girl wants as well. So if it's something that I like, I'm gonna do that for her. Such as being all cutesy, being all lovey-dovey all the time. Hey, I love when girls do that for me. We're in a relationship, of course I'm gonna do that as much as possible for the girl. Sorry guys, hate to break it to you, but most of the time that gives girls the ick if you overdo it. Anyways, that's just one example. But the point of this video is, if you want to find a wife, if you want to be actually satisfied with your partner, the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, you're not going to be able to sweep her off her feet if she's the first girl you've talked to in the last 10 years. You guys need to break it in, start warming up, taking practice reps today. Get yourself out there, start learning how to riz people, get in the gym, and you can maybe find someone that you're actually satisfied with. Now, I get that people are going to make fun of you. Of course it's embarrassing, guys, thinking that you need to go online, that you need to watch YouTube videos to learn how to date. Of course it's embarrassing. Every time I've talked about dating in any of my YouTube videos, people always comment without fail. They say, oh my gosh, if you need to learn how to date, you're a loser. If you need to learn how to pick up girls, if you need to watch videos about how to pick up girls, you're a loser. Okay, so I am a loser. So then what do we do now? Okay, if that makes me a loser, then what? Should I just continue being a loser for the rest of my life? Of course not. Therefore, I will learn how to not be a loser, even if I have to do it on YouTube, even if I have to take advice from random douchebag strangers. That's what I will do in order to not be a loser anymore. And guys, there are gonna be a lot of people that roast you, that say, dude, oh my gosh, this dude's reading books about girls, this dude's watching videos about girls, this dude's treating dating as something that you need to actually practice. Those guys are the real losers, guys. It's the crabs in the barrel mentality. Whenever you try to pull yourself up and get out and actually go to the next level, the losers are gonna pull you down. Think about it this way, guys. Like I said, we're talking about something as important as someone that you are going to create a family with, live with for the rest of your life, share finances with. And people think that's something that you should go into without doing any research, without practicing, without improving yourself, without putting your best foot forward. People think that's something that you should just go into blindly and it'll magically work itself out. Do we say that shit about jobs, finances, housing? If you want to be really good at a sport, if you want to be a professional baseball player, you want to set yourself up to be in the right position to get picked up by a team, right? You just say, oh, somebody will just notice me. That's just how it'll go. No, of course, you're working your ass off not only in the gym, but you're trying to get noticed. You're putting your name out there. Sorry, I know it sounds cringy. I know it's embarrassing. I know it maybe doesn't go along with tradition, but dating is the same way, at least these days. So guys, don't be this 31, 32, 33, however old you are guy, even if you're younger, saying, hey, I'm a piece of shit right now and I just accept that, but eventually I'm going to meet someone who's just going to accept me for being a piece of shit, and that'll be what it is, and we'll just go on to live the rest of our life together. Trust me, you're not going to be happy doing that. Get in the gym, learn how to date, clean yourself up, start getting your reps in. Sorry I gotta say it like that. Sorry I gotta be the bearer of bad news, but you gotta do it. All right, I'm gonna do some more videos about dating eventually, but this is my douchebag rant of the day. My name is Young James. Thanks for watching, y'all. You guys can check out the description if you want to donate to my Kohi and join my Discord. Get an Ultra Human ring, 10% off. All right, y'all. Peace out. I'm in the States for right now. I'm hanging out for a little bit before I head back to Japan. I'm sexy. Check me out. All right, guys. Anyways, peace out. Love ya.